Good morning. Grab your cup of tea and grab your coffee. If you need a notepad to take notes, go right ahead. I'm moving a little faster this morning, but not up as early as I wanted to be. I still have things I need to do before I can go to work. So, today's theme is your mind is a garden. We hear it everywhere, and it's all over Facebook, it's all over all kinds of social media, it's in television shows, it's all over the place. What you think and how you perceive the world nurtures what comes from you. And it's like a garden. If you plant a seed and you don't water it, and you don't give it sunshine, and you don't give it good earth, then it doesn't germinate, it doesn't grow, it doesn't give you fruit of any kind. If you plant that seed and it gives you a flower, and you may say, well, that flower is useless, and it lives its life cycle and you don't do anything with it, then you have also wasted the earth, the sun, the water that you use to germinate that seed. But if instead you got that flower and you go, oh, I wonder what I could do with that flower. Oh, look at the medicinal properties of this flower. Oh, look at all the things I can eat this flower. I could make a tea out of this flower. I could do this, this, and this. That is using the resources from your garden. Your mind is very much like a garden, and there are a lot of times where you've spent a lot of time nurturing some skill or attribute of yourself, but then it goes to waste in the sense that you're not using the full potential of what it is that you nurture. And sometimes the use of that skill or that ability is not conventional per se. I'll use myself as an example. I'm a teacher. I have a teaching degree. I have a bachelor's in education. I spent many years working on and working with children, but where I find that my teaching becomes the most useful for me and for others is in teaching spirituality. When people have sessions with me, it's not just what I can see, it's not just what I know, or not what I perceive. It's how do I teach that person to come into their own, to be strong, to be self-fulfilled. These morning prayers, I'm teaching. I'm trying to open people's eyes and give them a different insight to something. Or maybe it's something they already had, they just needed it brought forward. One of my favorite poems in the whole world is The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. He's a Muslim prophet, and he talks about teachers. And a teacher cannot teach you of his own knowledge. A teacher can only lead you to the doorways of your own knowingness. And I'm probably misquoting them. But I'm close, I know, because I've read it several times. It's one of my favorite poems. And it's true. I cannot teach you of my own wisdom. That is something I've gained. I can share with you anecdotes. I can share with you personal experiences. I can ask and pose questions that lead you to the questioning of your own perceptions, or bring awareness, that light bulb, oh, why didn't I make that connection? Those are things that I can do for you. That's the teacher. So your mind is a garden. You cultivate skill, and sometimes it just doesn't get used, or you don't know how to use it. So the other aspect of this theme is your personal mantra of what goes inside your head. And we all do it. And I am certainly, when I struggle with anxiety or I get a mold hit and my brain kind of goes to fry central, the negative talk comes back. And that's a very difficult thing to break. I'm going to read from I Come as a Brother. And just so you know, when I read these passages, one of the things that I found with this book is when I have a theme, if I open the book to whatever it falls to, I usually find something wherever it falls to that is applicable to our theme. It's kind of fun. It was fun for me in the morning. You choose things because of habituated patterns. Habituated patterns are not going to feel very comfortable for you once you start to awaken. They're going to be, you have asked to come to the earth plane at a time when transformation is possible. Transformation is possible now, and it isn't always going to feel good. But either you are a warrior or you're not. You picked this time to return, so you are ready on some level to face the patterns of habitual movement and transformation. Ask your environment and the people in it. You do not live in a closed universe. It constantly mirrors the truth back to you. Listen to your children. Children have a capacity to speak truth without sweetness. They speak it and you hope it's not true. But that does not mean that you have to believe every negative thing that comes at you. If you consistently hear the same message in one form or another, please pay attention. And if you really want to be a warrior, actively start looking for it. Today, I will be so open that I will hear the messages about my shadow again and again because I want to know. So you move in the world, not withholding, not hiding, and open with your arms open when you make the choice to hear about your shadow, and it will not be painful. I like that. I think the part that stands out to me is children have the capacity to speak truth without sweetness. Because that is true. Have you ever had an encounter with a child and the child said, "Oh my God, what are you wearing?" Or it's usually not that. It's usually children go, "Mommy, that man's hair looks funny," or "Mommy, that woman's hair isn't combed," or my children did things like I will forever remember a Kmart experience. He leaned over in the cart. Taliesin was, he was in the cart too, but in the carrier. So Thor was 3.5, 4. He leans over and he goes, "Mama, we have to go now." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "That's a bad man." And he's pointing, and the man is 3 feet from us. And I said, "Well, okay, baby, we'll go." And so we moved around the corner, and I was shopping, and I tried to kind of look around and make sure that guy wasn't around us. And I said, "Why did you say that, Thor?" And he goes, "Didn't you see it, Mama? He was a bad man. He did bad things." I was like, "Well, how do you know?" He goes, "I don't know." And then he asked for cereal, or I don't remember what it was. He asks for something, and I remember thinking to myself, children see. And Thor and Taliesin were always doing that to me when they were little. Like, I never shut them down about that. It was never, "Oh, you can't possibly know that." It was, "Okay, you see something I don't see," or "You're aware of something I don't." And I remember when Thor was little, it was always, "Well, trust that, Thor. Always trust that." "Okay, Mama." So our children come into the world aware. It's just whether or not we pay attention to it. So I kind of diverged a little bit on the topic, but Anyway, it is applicable. Your mind is like a garden, so treat it like it. Water it. Give it sunshine. And I've said it over and over and over again. We're connected to the earth. It's not that we live on the earth. We are part of the earth. We are the ecosystem within the earth structure. So we need sunshine. We have to get outside. We have to disconnect from all these electronics. We have to disconnect from that hubbub of boom, 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 boom in our lives. We really need to slow down and hug a tree and lay in the grass and swim in a pond and dip in the ocean. You know, we need those things. So today is the 17th of January. Wassailing the apple trees, a ritual dating back to old Celtic Britain, is held on this date, the eve of the old 12th night. A traditional libation of cider is poured on the roots of the apple trees, while an old invocation is sung to the tree in order to ensure fertility and to drive away all evil-natured natural entities. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so that is morning prayer, morning devotional, daily devotional prayer, theme of the day. So have a beautiful day, people, and I'll see you tomorrow in prayer.